Hello and good morning. My name is Leah Inglesby, and today we're doing a webinar on the map search function in Flexmls. There's a lot of good tools here, including map overlays that are very useful when doing your home searches. So we're going to go over those real quickly here. Make sure you're familiar with all the tools that are available here on the map. First, I'm going to go to map search by going to quick search on my menu. But once I've got over 3,000 search results, so that's understandable. It's going to be a little slow. Let me close this out, and I'm going to narrow down my search by putting in a city. We'll just use Springfield for an example. And once I do that and I get less than 1,000 search results, I'm going to see these listings start to populate on my screen. From here, I can use my cursor to drag to pan the screen from side to side. I can also use the scroll function to zoom in and out, or I can use the buttons located here on the map or my arrow keys from my keyboard. A couple of things to note just right off the bat. You do have overlays and different views. I can toggle between the map and the satellite. If I want to get a terrain view, this also gives me really good picture of maybe what businesses are around. I can see businesses noted, bus stops, the landscape and things like that from this view. If I click over here to overlays, what this is going to do is give me saved overlays, including some that I have created myself, custom overlays. So I can toggle between seeing where the county lines lay. And these are probably easier to see on the map view as well. The FEMA flood zones are in here as well. So you can view those and zip codes. All very helpful to know. Next, let's move down to these additional tools down here on the right. Here I can zoom into a specific point. So if I want to zoom in and look at a certain area, I can do that. I can place a map pin anywhere I like. It doesn't have to be an existing listing to do that. So let me go ahead and use Greater Springfield Board of Realtors, our address here, and we'll locate our building on the map. I'm going to click on use this location. So from here, it gives me several different options. I can do a radius search. So whatever distance out from our building I want to search, I can use that here. I can do a street level view if I want to see what the building looks like at ground level, a bird's eye view to see right above the building, or I can remove this pin. I'm going to leave it right here for now. I can also add as many pins as I want. So let's say, for example, I'm looking at another building down the street. So let me place another pin. And I'm going to use this location. So now I have 2 pins on my map. I can use this tool here. It says measure. If I want to know exactly how far apart these two are, just by simply clicking once and then pulling out to that location, it's going to tell me how far apart these 2 points are. And I just double click to remove that once I'm done. Another thing we can do is if I'm looking at the map, you'll see this color wheel here. And this is right now, it's set to status, and all my dots are green because I'm looking at active listings. Once I go to my quick search menu and add in other statuses, I'll click on pending, maybe temporarily off market. I'm going to see those placed on the map, and this legend tells me what color is which. So right now I've got active pending withdrawn. I can also toggle between other options such as price or price per square foot. And here it tells me the darker red the dot is, then that's in the higher price brackets. We toggle back to status and we'll close this here. So from here, you may also want to add in some areas. So if you work, maybe you specialize in a certain neighborhood or area and you want to limit your search to the search area, you can use that by doing the square tool or the radius search, the circle, to search up a certain distance from a specific point. Let me zoom out here. Whoop, a little too far. Okay, so here I've got two shapes, and you'll notice here on the left-hand side, you see these now be included in my quick search filters. Right now, I'm searching everything within both of these shapes, but I can toggle, say I want to exclude an area. So I have a seller looking for anything except for a property located within a particular area. I can toggle this to say not within a certain area. So now it's going to update my search and show me everything outside of these two shapes. Another great use of this is if I want to be within so many miles of, say, where I go to work every day, and say I have kids that are school age and I want to stay within a certain school district. So I also want to be a certain number of miles from their school. I can use the multiple shapes to create a search where these two intersect. So here on the left-hand side, I'm changing the shape from within to intersection. So now I've got 10 search results here that are located within a certain distance from, say, a school or a workplace, and is showing me everything within these types. And for here, I can save this for future use by simply going to save and giving the save search a name. And I could also associate this with the client and set it up with their search subscriptions. If I want to change this and only go look at the rectangle or the circle, I can then remove them here from the sidebar as well. The last shape here is called draw. You can draw a custom shape or polygon. This is great for anything that's not already maybe an area or a zip code on the map or a subdivision. So let's say I want to be within a specific area. I can customize this and easily by clicking, each click is a point, I can create a custom shape. And then once I'm done, I can double click and my polygon shape is here. When I click on my polygon, I can also, whoops, I got back on the measure. I can give this polygon a name. I can change the color, which is helpful if you've got multiple polygons. I'm going to go here, go to edit. And I'm going to say map area. I'm just going to give it a generic name. And I can change the color. And from here, I can also click Save to Map Overlay. So when I do that, I can create a brand new overlay And think of an overlay as the header. You can have multiple shapes within an overlay. So if I have an overlay that was, for a custom client or just certain areas that I want to look at from time to time, I can add multiple shapes that I can add and remove from my overlay. Or I can add this one to an existing overlay, or I can start from scratch and give it a name. So right here, I'm going to add this to my example map overlay and save. And so my overlay has been updated. So now when I go, I've got my custom overlays up here. And it's going to now be available in this menu when I click to add. From time to time, you may need to update these shapes. So you can do this as well. When I click on edit, it gives me the option to edit the shape. And so maybe I was getting some results. I didn't want, something right off of, say, the street. I could take this map shape and take each one of these dots and move. If you are starting from scratch, you'll see here in the search bar at the very top, no matter what property type you're on, you're able to see I can add my map overlay. So I don't have to be doing it from over here, but I've got my map areas. I've got my new overlay that I've added. No matter what property type I'm using or searching multiple property types, I can go and add this to my map search area. And lastly, if you want to see what overlays or shapes you have saved, you can then go to the menu. And simply, if you type in map, you're going to see this pop up where it says my map overlays. And this is a really good place to see what all you have created, or if you have some aren't using anymore, it's really easy to update and remove them, or give them a different name. Maybe they have two names that are too similar. You need to read names from time to time. And another great thing is if you have spent a lot of time maybe creating some custom overlays that are useful to other agents within your same office, you can give it to someone within your same office. This doesn't go across offices, but especially if you're an admin or somebody or working on a team, and you want to give this to your team members, you can type in their name below. Let's see, looking for my team member, Kathy. And her name will pop up here, just running really slow. And then I can give this to her. And then whenever she goes to her overlays, and she'll see that in her menu, and then she can go in and customize it as she wants. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you learned a little bit, maybe some new tools to use, and we will catch you next time on our next webinar. Have a great day.